Now we're at the second part of this series where we're going to clean and dress the engine bay, tires, wheel wells, and plastic trim with the Jax Wax Shine All. Like, share, and subscribe to help the channel grow. So let's get started. Now that we have the engine cleaned and dried off, I'm going to show you the different levels of products I use to clean an engine depending on how bad it is. This engine is fairly clean from the start, therefore we didn't have to use harsh chemicals as you would on a truck or a car that's neglected or used heavily in a work application. So let's sit down and review this before we get started on detailing this engine. Okay, let's sit down and review some of the products. I use Super Clean to get the undercarriage of vehicles that are dirty, greasy, or daily use in a work environment. Now, how I do that is I've got one bottle for full strength that I spray on, one bottle that's 10-to-1, and one bottle that's 5-to-1. I believe that's 3 ounces for every 32 ounce, and that's 5 ounces for every 32 ounce. That's just to clean it. Now, for most people on YouTube, and I plucked these out, they've very well known to just spray this on, but we all know with Armor All, it's a petroleum base and it looks good, but it does have a sticky, filmy sense. As soon as you drive it for a day, that engine's going to be covered in dirt and dust. If you were to flip a car, great, use it. What I use is the Shine All. It's water based, is if you want to look it up, and I use an air spray gun, and I use about 3 ounces of that Shine All with distilled water mixed to the rest of the way. This is a 20-ounce cup onto this air gun. In this air gun, you can either have a wide fan spraying it on or a straight shot nozzle. I use the straight shot nozzle for a more direct approach, like around the tires, on the wheels, and the wide fan I'll do across the engine, and I'll mix in between both, getting the wheel wells that have the plastic liners in them, and of course the trim along the base, black trim, any kind of plastic trim that I can use this stuff on, I will use it, and I will use this. I can go a long ways with this compared to the traditional way of spraying the shine onto the tire or the applicator and then working the applicator around the tire. I can basically 3 ounces of this, I can do the whole engine, 4 tires, and the plastic trim, and I'll have some left. So let's get this mixed up and going. No, will not use these. Don't use these. If I run into someone that would want to take them in my travels this year, I'm going to give these away. So let's get started. Before we set up, with a clean engine like this behind us, I am going to just use the lightest product I've got mixed. It's the 10-to-1, which is 3 ounces to 32 ounces of super clean to water. Also, this gun does come with all the instructions that you need to know. The big thing I just needed to know is the operating pressure is 20 to 70 psi. So I'm going to set the regulator on my compressor, and it's around 60. So I just want to have a little oomph in it. So make sure you do have that set before you just plug it in and go 100, 120, 150 psi. You may pretty much ruin everything you have right here. So just want to make note of that before we continue on. It's a plastic cup, so we're just gonna give it a snudge. I'm not clamping that in, I'm just resting it there. And then I'll top off the rest with water. Okay, we have it set. Let's get started. All right, where my thumb is, that's the screw to adjust the amount coming out of the bottle. If you want it heavy or light, that screw on the side is going to adjust my spray width, whether it's straight on narrow or a wide fan. So let's get started. We're going to do the tires and wheel wells. Now this knob on the side is for the fan. If you turn this clockwise all the way, it'll give you more of a straight pattern instead of a fanned out. If you turn it counterclockwise, it will give you a wider fan out. Will I get some overspray onto the rims? Yes, but as water base, it'll wipe off just like up around the engine. You just have to wipe off around the edges, the fenders, grill, windshield. But like I said, it's water base, wipes up easy. That's it. And then I'll go around and do the other 3 wheels and I'm done. You can see I have a little bit left. 4 wheels, 4 wheel wells, a complete engine detail. I've got a little bit left. I have some black trim up here around the valance. I'm gonna finish this out onto this just so I don't waste it. We've given it some time to dry, and this is how it turned out. The Shine All does give it a sheen, but not such a high gloss that is just overbearing, especially if you have very nice wheels. It's hard to see up there in the wheel wells. This is what one can expect with a maintenance program through RK Detailing. And they come in different packages, as I've said, and we'll sit down and have that discussion here. But the vehicle turned out really nice. Again, this is a now 11-year-old vehicle, daily driven. As we can see here, pretty much used up all the contents. 3 ounces of the Shine All to the 17 ounces of water. I adjusted that knob there to get a larger span of spray here in the engine compartment, to narrowing it down to get into small areas is like this, and around the tires. Now I picked this particular sprayer up and I waited and went on sale at Harbor Freight, $9.99. And this is all I use it for. I don't do any professional painting or anything else. It's just the Shine All goes in this and this only. You can buy extra cups, which I will eventually do for other products if I need to use this sprayer. But this cup for now is dedicated to the Shine All. That way there's no cross-contamination. So if you have any questions about any of the tools I'm using, please comment down below and I will be more than happy to answer your questions to the best of my knowledge. We've come to that portion where I'm going to explain a little bit about our maintenance program. That is a scheduled program where you can get your vehicle detailed either every 4, 8, or 12 weeks after the initial full detail. That ensures that it stays clean and it doesn't get out of control from the initial detail. Now those packages all can vary depending on the type of vehicle and the level of protection you want each time we come out. And we can service your vehicle either at your place, mobile detailing, or here in the shop. So please look down below. We have our contact information, and like, share, and subscribe these videos as we continue on the second half of these videos to come on the interior. So until next time, folks,